Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me today. I'm in my Chevy Silverado 1500 and we're installing this Pelsee Wi-Fi enabled P1 Duo dash cam. This has a dash cam for both the front, out the windshield, and it's out the rear. It's pretty easy installation. We just got to route the cables down to the 12-volt outlet, route the cables to the back for the camera in the back, and then it just plugs into a 12-volt socket. It's also cool because I have a very intuitive app that you can download. You can connect to the Wi-Fi that's on the camera itself. You connect to that Wi-Fi and you're able to pull up the clips and you're able to view all the different settings and so forth. So let's get this unboxed. Let's show you what's inside of the box here. All right, so we get this unboxed here. This comes in a nice package. Take off the sleeve. Our instruction manual. These are some clear stickers that go on the windshield and the back window that we connect the adhesive to on the window, and then information on how to download the app, the Pelsee app. That's going to be important to pairing our phone with the camera. So accessories include this little pry tool. This is going to be helpful to getting the cord and the wire managed kind of throughout the headliner. As we put that up there, we've got a couple sticky pads, some cable management clips, and it comes with a 64 gigabyte micro SD card. And so here's going to be our rear camera. You just take off this adhesive part here, stick that to the window, and then it is rotatable, so you can lock that into position. And this has a really nice long length of cord to be able to reach all the way to the back of the vehicle. And here's our power wire. This is going to plug into our 12-volt socket. This is going to plug into the camera, and then this end is going to plug into the rear camera portion right there. We can connect it like that. This is the cable that we're going to have to run. That's probably going to be the hardest part of the installation, is just getting the cable run so that it's hidden out of the way. But it should be pretty straightforward. We have a nice tool to be able to do that. This is the front camera. This has a protective sticker over the front camera. We'll take that off of the rear. And then this has a nice base that comes off of it. So we can take it off. If we want to take the camera off, we can. The base stays onto the window. And then you can see it just locks into those slots there, pushes over, and it stays on there nice and secure. So it is adjustable. The mount is adjustable. Comes with a screwdriver here that we can tighten this down once we get into the right position that we want. This is where our SD card is going to go. And then on the top is the power wire. The power wire is just a USB-C. All right, with all that unboxed, let's take this into the truck. Let's get it installed. All right, for starters, what we want to do is find the location that we want to have the front camera mounted. Now, from the driver's perspective, I can't really see like this area right here, so that would be the ideal spot to have it right in this area here. And then I can just run the cable right up through here, under the headliner, down the pillar, down the side, and then kind of under the dash area. And then my 12-volt socket's kind of here under the dash, and we can go from there. Of this area, this clear adhesive is going to go on the windshield where this is going to be mounted. So it's kind of like put this onto that square. Just put some pressure on it, hold it against the window. So now, from my perspective, all I can see is the top of the mount, but I can't see the camera, which is nice. It's not going to impede my view at all. This is going to plug into the camera. This is going to plug into the rear camera. And my wire is going to go out. I'm going to tuck this up underneath the headliner. So right here by the mirror, I'm just tucking this. I'm just kind of pushing this wire right against the windshield here. Tucking that in like that. Now, while I'm tucking these wires up here, I want to connect the rear camera so that way I can kind of tuck them all up there here at once. Okay, I've got the wire tucked up here. Now I'm just going to tuck it down the pillar. I'm going to then sneak it behind the rubber gasket here, all the way down the side. All right, so it tucks right through there, and then I have it tucked right underneath here, right in this slot, and then it's ready to come up right to this outlet. And that's how that turned out. I have the clip there. I just shove the wire down into the slot here, and then it's plugged into there. Now I just need to route the rear camera. I'm just going to run the cable here, same route I did the other one, around the top of this A-pillar, and then just tuck it under this gasket that's kind of holding up the headliner. Here I'll have it just kind of transition under there, along that gasket, along that one, and then right to the back window. Now, a lot of the excess cable, because this is meant for really all vehicles, the truck's a little shorter of a vehicle for us to go in as far as the cab length. I'm just kind of tucking the excess cord. I just kind of fold it over a few times in here to take up some of that length. With my cable tucked in up here into the headliner, I've got my little transparent square right here where I'm going to mount this to. All right, this is now in the final location. I got it stuck up there, and I can angle my camera. And I've got any excess cord I have just tucked up. Okay, we snap in our SD card. I can remove this protective film here. SD card in with all of the protective films taken off of it. With all my cables routed, I can now power it up. The nice thing with this is I don't lose my USB charging here, so I can still charge my phone, my device. All right, I want to go to the App Store, download the Pelsee Cam app is what it's called, and once we get it download, we want to just add a camera here. All right, so I'm just joining the Wi-Fi, so if you push the power button, you're able to see the Wi-Fi name and password. You just join that on your phone. So if I go into the camera file, I'm able to see the different recordings here. It can show today. It's going to loop those. You can snapshot those. You can lock those. This is an easy way to view the files. So if you need to access the files, you just join the Wi-Fi. You can pull up the camera file here. Here we can actually see the speaker volume. So it does talk to you. Control our resolution, loop options. So we'll do 3 minutes at a time. Image flip if you have it turned upside down. Collision sensing, so there's a collision sensor, and this is where we could format our SD card here. So this app's really easy to use, really straightforward. Let's get some driving footage and see exactly how it records and how easy it is to access it when we want to look at some files. All right, just driving here, just want to get some footage. It's on. As soon as you turn the vehicle on, it says start recording, so you know that it's recording, which is nice. This is my view of it from the driver's seat. So here's my rear view mirror. I can just barely see the mount of it, so it's not intrusive, it's not in the way, it's not in my line of sight, which is nice. And it'll just turn on when the vehicle's on, turn off when the vehicle's off. So really just easy as far as using. All right, I've just been driving for a minute. I'm going to join the Wi-Fi network here, and I'm going to go into the app and just want to see. So this is a live view of it because it's recording right now. So here's all of our files. There you can see an F and there's an R, so front and rear. That's the rear view that I have right now. Let's see, here's my rear view. So it's got a 3 minute, so I've saved 3 minute clip interval, so I'm able to see. And then if I go to the front of that, I can so that's also 3 minutes. So, and then once the SD card is full, it'll just keep recording over that. So it'll always you'll have the latest clips at the top here. Those are really easy to access. I like that. I don't have to take off the SD card. Now the quality might be a little better if you take out the SD card from the camera, if you needed to download it for like insurance purpose or something, but that's pretty easy to access, so I like that. Guys, so here we go. We took a look at the app. The app is very easy to use. I really like how just straightforward it is to use. You just log into the Wi-Fi for the camera, access the clips that you want to see. You can see both front and rear. I like the front and rear that you have access to both of those because you never know when you need the front or the rear footage. Really, it looks high quality too. It is 4K, so it is a very high quality, good resolution. Installation was very simple as well. I was a little concerned I was going to have to take things apart. This cable slipped right behind that rubber gasket very easily all the way back. It took me 10 minutes or so just to install it. So that was very nice. You get 64 gig SD card included. Easy to format, easy to use. Guys, pick you one of these up. Big shout out to Pelsee for partnering with us on this video. See the link down below. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.